Hey again, guys. So I'm dragging a little tired today. Couldn't sleep last night, man. But when I'm dragging and I'm tired, man, I like to look at some baseball cards. Now I showed you the 1975 mini set last night, and I showed you some wrappers. I just wanted to point out there are actually 4 wrappers from this set, and they advertise different things on them, as you can see there. This was for a kids magazine. And this was for a sports card locker. Now, how many people remember those lockers? I believe this is the one that they were advertising. Who had one of these as a kid? These were awesome. You used to put the labels in them, keep all your cards in there, all nice and loose, probably corners dinged. You know, probably wouldn't grade too well at PSA these days, but it was a great way to organize your cards. A lot of people would do them by teams. So let's look at some baseball cards. Here's a 1972 Willie Mays in an 8. Here's a very rare 1910 W555. This is George Mullin. Probably one of the better pitchers of that era that you may not be familiar with. These are little blank back. These came on the side of a box of candies, and you would cut them out. There were more than one on there. They were little cutouts, but they're very, very rare. And Ken's cardboard reminded me about this card. What's special about this card for me, and this is 1976 featuring the 75 World Series. So what's special about this for me is it's the first World Series I ever remember watching. I remember Louis Tiant in that series. Right there. And here's a regular 75. And I'm not familiar with this player, but come on, how cool is that card? Just a good looking card. So I love the 75s. I know there's mixed emotions on that. Here's a Felix Hernandez. Here is an O. Henry card. Anybody ever see an O. Henry card? And I loved him back in the day. Sean Green autographed card. And who remembers Joe Youngblood? The only player to play for 2 different teams on the same day. He was traded in the middle of the game, helicoptered. Pretty interesting fact. I believe he's the only guy ever to do that. Pretty sure. And then we have a couple of 71 coins I wanted to show you. This Thurman Munson. It's a great one. I like to keep them in these dollar holders. And they have these kind of dollar holders too. They're bigger, and that's a Johnny Bench. They are a little more loose in these though, so I prefer the other ones. Great Johnny Bench there, Shannon. And I wanted to finish up and show you some vintage basketball cards. So here's Bob Cousy. These Fleer cards, so hard to find centered. So it's nice to have pretty sharp versions of them. Elgin Baylor. Bob Pettit. And Dolph Schayes. So those are some 61 basketball cards. Bob Cousy was great. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.